Douglas Sirk is a very visual director. What's remarkable about Written on the Wind is that so much of the story is played out like a silent film. The first 5 minutes of the film, there's no dialogue really. And I love how much of it plays during the opening credits. You think there's text on the screen, it must be like background filler, but you're actually seeing the story unfold. The sequence at the end is basically the sequence at the beginning. There's something very beautiful about this movie because mise-en-scène is about the intention of the visual elements. So many of the characters are seen in shadow. People have whole conversations where their face is completely obscured by shadow. You can't see their features at all. To be an audience member means that you have a privilege over these characters. That is at the core of why we love watching rich people on screen so much. You know, we want to see that reality can affect the people who are seemingly untouchable. Because if life isn't happening for these folks, then maybe I'm not doing so bad after all, right? It kind of has this ironic effect in a way. This film is like a Gothic horror film in some ways. A horror movie with all the scares taken out of it. Southern Gothic plays into our collective guilt as Americans. How does that guilt play out in the characters in this movie? In Southern culture, or at least with Southern culture as portrayed in the movies, there's a lot of this obsession with the past. The father, Jasper Hadley, he has this whole scene where he talks about how he's failed his family. He's made all these bad choices. He wasn't able to save his wife, their mother, and he's ruined his kids. Right? His son and his daughter. And it's funny how Mitch plays a part of this family dynamic because he's not related to that guy, but he's almost like the son that Jasper never had. Mitch is like the better version of Kyle, and Lucy is like the better version of Mary Lee. And so you have these foils going on. The two good characters are not actually related to this family line. And so you start to get this feeling that maybe it's not so good to be wealthy, or so wealthy that no one feels bad for you. These things that are not explicitly stated are readable to us. Years later, after he made this film, a lot of these messages are still clear.